So we're back at it with another daily video about real estate. Typical real estate yapping, right? And currently in the market that we're in right now, a lot of people, a lot of agents, a lot of investors, a lot of wholesalers, a lot of people, have come up with the mindset that the market is super slow and there's no business to be made. Now, while the market may be super slow, there's always business to be made. The problem is a lot of agents who've been in the business for like more than 5 years, or even investors or wholesalers or whatever you do in the real estate business, they know the things that they need to do to get more business and get business done. The problem is that in this business, a lot of people, especially in 2020, seen getting into the real estate business as a quick way to get rich. And it was super easy because, of course, interest rates were at a super low. And also, people didn't really have to work for real. Well, fast forward to 2026, people actually have to work to get business. And it's very time consuming. It's very tedious. But the biggest piece of advice that I could give to anybody in the real estate world, no matter what part of the business you're in, is just, there's a couple of things that always work and that have always worked since, I would say, like the early 2000s. And the number one thing is just picking up the phone and making dials. Like, every time my business has been slow, all I did was, make the dials. Of course, you might have to make 100, 200, 300 dials, or sometimes even 1,000 dials in a day to pull a deal and put a deal together. I mean, it's a part of the business, but it works. There's so many different platforms where you can call free leads and put a deal together. Find a buyer, find a seller. The tools are there and they're free. People just have to do it and actually utilize their time. Second thing is, of course, going back to using mailers, going back to using social media. A lot of people have all the time in the world to do this, that, and the third when it comes to the real estate business, except for doing the things that are completely free. They may take up a lot of your time, but these things are things that everybody knows that they could be doing to get more business. Of course, with me, what works for me is picking up that phone and making dials. A lot of people think they are too good to make the dials. But, if you're calling the right people every single day, it's impossible for you not make a deal happen. I'm one of the best at it, so, food for thought.